Hitting 100 in Diablo is nothing short of a grind. I spent the last 7 days doing nothing but climb towards the pinnacle of Sanctuary, trying to get there as quickly and efficiently as possible. Let's not waste any time. This is the fastest Necromancer leveling build in under 5 minutes. Starting off with 1 to 55. I encourage everyone to simply play the game and enjoy it. This is where you will find the most diversity in skills and gameplay. You can certainly find guides on the most optimized way to blitz through the campaign and which skills are the most overtuned, but that simply isn't necessary. No need to optimize or min-max your build early. We will get there. Let the items you find push you towards trying new skills and playstyles, working towards renown, exploring the world of Sanctuary, and all the fun stuff it has to offer. Now, it is important during these levels to keep an eye out for these aspects, specifically a 3-4 roll on Umbral, as they will be crucial for our 55 plus build we transition into. 55 to 100. Bone Spear, Bone Spear, Bone Spear. I've seen a ton of endgame builds that show off a variety of gameplay. Unfortunately, they are not truly endgame and hardly viable whatsoever. The max roll guys have done a decent guide on the Bone Spirit build, which is possible to play with a few choice legendaries, but it doesn't really come close to the speed or power of Bone Spear. Now, there are a couple things you need to make this work. The first thing to do is go towards the Essence on Kill in the Bone Graph Paragon board. These are rare and magic Paragon nodes that are completely slept on, and I didn't see mentioned anywhere. It is the only way to get Essence on Kill, and it's completely massive. Absolute game changer, and should be the first thing you go for. While working towards that, get the legendary aspects I mentioned, a strong weapon with a ton of damage, and prioritize these stats in order on all the gear you can. Essence is going to be our biggest issue for the entire grind and never really stops being the priority. Our goal is to have full Essence on every Bone Spear of a new pack of monsters. Due to the passive and legendary aspects, more Essence equals more damage. There are builds that supply you with Essence somewhat infinitely at the trade-off of speed and killing power. Depending on your gear, you can make that decision. I rarely used my basic attack, and I also avoided using Corpse Explosion completely. The clunky task of having to stop and spam CE on 6 or more corpses before moving on felt terrible, and I stopped doing it the moment I got Umbral. Once you have Essence on Kill, a strong weapon, and Umbral, the combo goes as follows. Iron Maiden in the pack, Bone Spear. That's it. When really low on Essence, you can also use Decrepify along with Iron Maiden on a pack because the built-in slow triggers Umbral. Both Decrepify and Iron Maiden have a bonus stun effect you can apply that in theory will trigger more Essence gain. I did use Enhanced Decrepify, but hard to say if it's beneficial or not. When everything dies in 1 or 2 hits, does the stun still trigger giving us Essence on a killing blow? We may never know. The key here is getting curses on the large pack before you attack, to be full Essence for the initial hard-hitting Bone Spear, and generating as much possible for the next pack. Well-placed Bone Spears are equally important. Most of the damage comes from the bounce back, so be patient when the initial hit doesn't kill. Don't worry, I didn't forget Corpse Tendrils. This with Umbral, of course, is another great way to generate Essence, with not only its initial slow, but the pull triggers Essence gain and makes everything vulnerable. However, Bone Spear already makes everything vulnerable, and not having a corpse at the start of the fight to cast immediately, with the delay in pull time, simply ends up slowing us down. If you are lacking killing power and can get this aspect, it will provide massive killing power at the expense of speed, until you have the gear to avoid it. I do, however, use it in moments as more of a survival tool, and a way to deal with those damn suppressor elites with the shield. Oh, the shield. The bane of our existence, the worst mechanic in the game, and a total U to Bone Spear Necromancers. I hate that shield so much. Finally, I'll quickly show my abilities here on screen. Also, another huge unique worth mentioning are these pants that grant a shield from your potions, trigger from Iron Maiden's passive, and benefit from the barrier damage aspect. Although it didn't seem to change our damage on the character sheet, not 100% sure if it's working as intended. Here's the other uniques I use that help the build but aren't crucial. I was grinding in the PvP zone from 55 to 65 until Goatman Valley was all I knew. I also did Nightmare Dungeons in a group in the mid-60s to get some gear for spamming dungeons. My Paragon board is in the description. There is still a lot of room for gear optimization, and I will post an update of the build soon. I'll be experimenting with a lot of other builds to see what's viable, and I'm also starting to stream. If you have more questions, come hang out. I'm out of time. That's a guide. Goodbye!